I mentioned several times, in fact, today, I think, that over at BernieSanders.com, there's the countdown clock to our revolution tonight. And on the line with us is former Ohio State Senator and Bernie Sanders surrogate Nina Turner. And Senator Turner, welcome back to the program. It's been too long since we've talked.
It has, Tom. I'm so glad to be back. Thank you.
I'm so glad you can be with us. So tell us about what's going on.
Well, exciting. As you mentioned, as you teased, our revolution is tonight, where Senator Bernie Sanders is going to continue to talk about why the People's Revolution must continue from, the fights that we had along the campaign trail. All of those issues are still vitally important, that the mission was bigger than just his candidacy, that this is really about making America work for everybody in this country, especially our poor and middle class. So we're going to continue to talk about jobs, college, health care, criminal justice reform, education, just all of the things that really mean a lot for having a really good life in this country. And I'm so excited and proud that the senator is going to continue this mission, because it is bigger than all of us.
Me too. And this is my understanding, and I'm not inside this thing like you are, is that part of this is going to be to recruit progressive candidates to be running, presumably as Democrats, to shift that party, or what am I missing, or how do I have that wrong, or do I have it right? Mostly all I've seen is the finger wagging, basically, on MSNBC, the kind of putting down the Our Revolution thing. What's the real story here?
And that's unfortunate. There's so much work to do in this country, and there's enough work to go around, and we just don't need the drama. There's too much drama going on in the presidential. And what this is about, is about issues. It is about the causes, but it's also about the candidates, as you mentioned. To have the progressive change that we need in this country, you just can't do it from the White House. You have to do it in the Congress, both chambers of that Congress. You have to do it in state houses. You have to do it in governor's mansions and Secretary of State's offices. And so that really is what our revolution is about. I like to say, from the dog catcher to the president, all the way, every office in between, our revolution will be working hard on issues and also helping those progressive candidates get elected so that we can have the type of sea change that we need all across this country. One position won't do it, Tom, as you know. We need multiple levers all across the spectrums of elected office, again, from the local level. And I joke when I say about the dog catcher, but from the local level, we know we have regional elections for counties, we have state elections, statewide elections, and then we have the federal level of government. And so we want to push our revolution on all levels of those governmental fronts.
Right. I noticed that the event that's going to be streamed tonight is over at BernieSanders.com, and that OurRevolution.com is, at the moment, principally a fundraising site, donate to us. Is that because you're in the process of shaking out what's part of the campaign, or what might be left over from the campaign versus what's going to be in this new organization, and what the nature of that new organization is going to be legally and financially?
That's right, Tom. And the senator and the rest of us wanted to make sure that not so much time lapsed. People really, after he didn't get the Democratic nomination, the senator got so many calls and emails and people just saying, Senator, don't let this die, that the revolution continues. Yeah. And that really is what he is trying to do, to ensure that the revolution continues. So instead of waiting until we had every little thing figured out, we decided to go ahead and let's get this launched. Let the senator give an address to all of his supporters. Hopefully he will win over some more supporters. And so that those of us who want to work on these issues, we can agree on the things that we have in common and not so much about the things that separate us. And so we know that wealth and income inequality is a big deal in this country. We know that our young people are still being saddled by They have trillions of dollars worth of debt in this country. We know that universal health care, we still have to fight to defeat the TPP so that it is not voted on in lame duck. It is all of the things that drew people to the senator during that campaign process. But now, instead of focusing in on his candidacy for president, we can focus in on the mission. And I'm hoping that people, Tom, do not get caught up in the drama. You know, staffing things happen all the time. But if we are really committed to the cause, then we should stay united and stay engaged, and let's keep fighting because we have many big fights ahead of us in this country. Yeah,
and not only that, you know, one of the things that has concerned me tremendously, and I went off on it perhaps with a little more vigor than I should have, but a couple of times on this program, is that since Hillary Clinton won the nomination, basically, and Bernie's presidential candidacy came to an end, that there has been some serious trolling for the votes of progressive Democrats, both by Jill Stein and the Green Party and by Gary Johnson and the Libertarian Party. And I've been pointing out that, in my opinion, Jill Stein is a vanity candidate, and the Green Party has been tragically ineffectual compared to what they were 15, 20 years ago when they were actually a force in American politics. And that the Libertarian Party is a scam that was originally put together back in the 1950s by a business group to front for big business and billionaires, which is what Gary Johnson's still doing. And I'm trying to tell people, those are not the places to go. I mean, if you want Donald Trump for president, vote Libertarian or Green. But, and now, it seems to me, I hope that our revolution, which is coming out of BernieSanders.com right now, it will provide people with a place where they can participate and still be engaged in Democratic Party politics. Do I have that right?
Well, people want that, and I know that the senator, and even me, and I understand what you're saying, I would be hard-pressed to, to criticize people. People want something different. People are not satisfied, as you know, with the two candidates that we have right now. Those are realities. We heard that throughout the campaign process. Americans are going to have to make up their minds about what type of America they want to live in. I've talked to people who do want to see a multi-party environment in the United States of America. Maybe 2016 is not that time, but that time will come in this country. And both major parties, I am a Democrat, but I'm not afraid of competition. Both parties are going to have to compete every single election cycle for those votes. That voters don't owe the people who are running. It is the other way around. And I think in some cases we have lost track of that. So part of our revolution is not so much to steer people on who to vote for, but you hit the nail on the head in terms of giving them an outlet to be able to work on causes that are bigger than them and things that they care about. I mean, I'm feeling President Teddy Roosevelt when he said, far and away, one of the best things in life is to be able to work hard and a work worth doing. Well, there are lots of issues that we are going to address in our revolution that are works worth doing. And so I get the frustration during this election cycle. It just pains me so much, but we are where we are, and people have two major party choices to make. And far be it from me to criticize anybody who doesn't want to vote for any of the candidates in the two parties, even though I do understand loudly and clearly what you're saying. Yeah. A lot of people feel that way, that if people don't vote, for the secretary, or they vote for Libertarian, or they vote for, Dr. Stein, who I respect. I mean, anybody that gets into this fight, Tom, this is a brutal fight.
Sure.
I have respect.
You won't criticize them.
I don't agree.
I will.
You will. I won't.
I do not want President Trump. I'm just, let me just put that right out there. We've got about 45 seconds left.
I don't want President Trump either. So,
yeah.
But
we got about a half a minute left here, Senator Turner. Yeah. What can we expect tonight?
You're going to see Senator Sanders talk about the issues and the causes which drew so many people to him, that his authenticity is still intact. I don't want people to, being delayed doesn't mean being denied. And Senator Sanders is going to get out there and talk about these issues, but we don't have a mission without the people, and that's really what tonight is about, just reminding folks that we need them and that our mission is great. Yeah. Yeah, and people will be able to watch that. You can sign up for the house parties all over the country. There's over 2,000 of them. All over the country, yes, absolutely. And that's at BernieSanders.com, right? Yes, and it's my understanding also that I think Free Speech TV will be streaming something too. Yes, I've announced that earlier. Free Speech TV is going to carry it live tonight. And it's 8 o'clock Eastern time? 8 o'clock Eastern. 8 o'clock Eastern. Be there. Senator Nina Turner, the great Senator Nina Turner. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Tom.
This
great talking with you.
Is the Thom Hartmann program.
We'll be right back.